Welcome on back to Total War Warhammer 3 in part 19 of our Yuan Bo Immortal Empires campaign. In today's episode, we are here to trade more settlements with the Druki. If we actually come on out of the siege here, we can see that it's about 2 turns later, and Rakarth has claimed the Copper Landing and gone on down to the Dust Gate. So he knows that Ming Fan is going to be too powerful up in there here in the north. It looks like he's just trying to secure a base of operations down in the south, or he's just looking for more slaves. I'm not sure with the Dark Elves a lot of the times. We have built up to 17,000 treasury. We are making an absolute ton now that some of our buildings have actually gone ahead and completed. So we're going to come on into the Great Turtle Island and build up the Astromantic Relay. More progress is always fantastic. We're also going to spend some more gold upgrading the archer towers here. They'll go in a single turn. We just need some gold. We're going to grab some by beating it out of the Dark Elves. Whatever they have, we have dragons. And cannonballs. Alright, let's get to it. The danger zone being that the Dawi towers are very good at tearing apart enemy artillery, so let's set up making sure we are far enough away. I'm not exactly sure how far the towers can fire. I think they increased the range. We will want to be careful. Set the grand cannons up. Likely. We can't really see the deployment zone. This is a good spot, but I'm scared this tower might be able to reach over and tap them. We'll move up here with our cannons. Hopefully they don't fire directly into this rock. That would make me so sad.
The celestial faithful.
Let me put the money this side of the rock.
Stone and steel.
There, if we knock down this tower and this one, we should be pretty safe. Only see the 2. Let's set up the Jade crossbows into the upper portion. That way we can fire down on any enemies that deploy in this portion of the settlement there. Archers off to the side. Since they can't deploy, we need them to not be shot up by the catapult towers that the Druki have commandeered. Get our warrior line set up. Rain guns can be over with our cannons. We can have them advance as we see where the enemy's deployed up. Crows to stop any nonsense. We'll take the things in the woods and have them help us get through those gates. Going to be our main front line. The Jade warriors are great for holding a line, not so great at doing damage. Alright, the terrain's causing us problems. There we are. I'm going to go ahead and deploy some peasant horsemen all the way across. They are going to have the unenviable task of dodging those tower catapult shots and just diverting some of the Druki attention. Lastly, we're going to make sure the jet line is ready to protect. Drum behind the line, and then have Ming Fan ready to charge straight on in. Alright, that'll work. Let's get the infantry all together. Missiles and cannons. I'm going to call this group our cavalry, including the things in the woods, and then the single entities. Beautiful, that'll begin. Let's kick into the armor right away, and then you guys work together on this tower. Tear it down in a single volley. Looks like we are safe to advance with the main line. They are set up over here on this tower, but it can't quite reach, which is perfect. That was a bit spooky. How about our peasant horsemen? Completely safe. They see them as no threat, which is very Dark Elf. Alright, peasants, get on in there. They would never think that they could be slain by something as base as a peasant. Is that tower gone? Perfect. Let's go ahead and switch to the other one now. We're going to take at least a single hit from it. These guys are all clumped up. Come on. We need to get that reload done much faster. Oh, I'm scared. That's a little bit of damage. Oh, did some of them miss? Come on, fire again. We're going to need it. Oh, the damage. There we are. Back to being safe. The extra armor definitely kept these soldiers alive. We only lost, it looks like, about 20 of them in the volley.
Cannons.
Alright, cannons. Your job is going to be to knock down this fort wall, since we are through the gates, no problem. Celestial General, you just charge into this group of Dread Spears. And we can have the Lion dive in afterwards. Make sure they're not ready to go. Melee defense. Push into the middle of the line like Lion. And then we activate the Celestial Sweep, blending up some Druchii Long Spears. All of the Dark Shards moving across this way, that gives me a nice idea. And not a nice idea, but one that'll allow us to do all sorts of nasty things. Dastardly idea. Go get those Skaven slaves, and then you work on... These Dark Shards are trying to come over to keep everyone safe. Don't reach. Stay back a bit, then. Shades were hiding up on top of this gatehouse. Fair enough. That was their defense. Shades. Alright, Jet Lion, throw yourself back into the fray. We'll wait to see if any of these Dark Shards want to fire off crossbow bolts, and then we will give them a really hard time. Bring you guys back on around. It looks like the tower is shooting. Go ahead and knock it down. That is going to hurt. I'm not here for any of it. We're getting torn to shreds by the towers behind the walls there. So let's go ahead and send the lads in. Jet Lion, I see someone firing crossbow bolts. Let's go ahead and convince them that's a bad idea. You guys turn around here and help out Ming Fan. That's Bleak Swords, Dread Spears together. Not feeling it. Well done, cannons. Go ahead and blast a hole on this wall. Crossbows, can you guys get to where you can fire on the Dark Shards? Really all I'm looking for, and actually is time for the Tornado Sirens to be tested. So I'm going to go ahead and dip out for about a minute, and I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. Noon in the Midwest is Tornado Siren testing time. It only lasts for about a minute, but they have to make sure they all work, which we're all very happy that they do. Alright, pull you all out of the fight. We're a bit overextended there. We need these crossbows to move up and start lending some help. Let's blast in on the Bleak Swords. I think that's the most dangerous unit. These guys advance. Try to tie down these Dark Shards. We're going to have to do the same on this side. So get down these walls. And advance to fire on these Dark Shards. Move up to the walls directly there. Yeah, the things in the woods are getting torn to shreds. That's not lovely to see. Where'd these Shades get off to? We'll come on in and capture these points. We do have to worry about where the Shades went, though. They're actually going to be a pretty big issue. Come on over and deal with this group. Roman. I see isolated units of Dark Shards, so now we punish. Having a hard time getting this wall down. Get to it. Chop, chop. One more missile mirror on these guys here who are destroying my poor lion. Enjoy doom. Crossbow bolts flying right back into their faces. And we'll have the things in the woods rip apart these Bleak Swords. Lord of Grand Cathay on... How many guys can we get? Blend up the Druchii in front of us and move into the Dread Spears there. You go through the line. Use that mass to press through. And let's go after this capture point here. Roman, move fast. Your lives depend on it. Where'd those Shades go? Find out in the worst way possible here very soon. Ming Fan, keep giving him the club. A drum, do not move forward, but we do want you up on the walls. Alright, we've got our positions open with the cannons. Just Skaven slaves, no one's really scared of them. Send the crossbows in just into this position here. You guys are continuing to help out. Love to see it. Let's switch targets. Go after these spearmen here. Every single bonk is just destroying them, which is awesome. Here comes the drum. Lost more things in the woods than I would have wanted. Ah, there's the shades. We found them. Yep. Edgy boys in the woods came out of nowhere and slaughtered our peasant horsemen.
We must hold it.
Any more towers we can have you guys knock down? These here. Scoot on forward, please. Jade Lion or a Jet Lion taking a little bit more damage than I would have liked. Roman, let's go ahead and maul this tower. And then we can, from there, switch our operating style. Let's have you come on back. Towers are nasty. Figure the Druki would have broken soon. It's not. Alright, Jade Warriors, let's go ahead and set up in a new position here. Send the crossbow teams. Where are you guys all at? Warrior crossbows, come set up. Jet Lion in. Looks like we've got Dark Shard nonsense. They're firing from underneath. Wiggle around to dodge a bit and then dive on in. Oh, those horsemen barely skirted through. Get moving, boys. They got slaughtered. That was completely unneeded. Very unfortunate. You guys get over this way and help out with the emos in the woods. They're over there somewhere. Oh, you didn't go for the attack order like I told you to. That's not good. That's how you lose extra Croman. Get him. Oh, where are you running off to? There's no escape. Only the void. I haven't even really got to see some of the more awesome animations from the Yin Lion. What are you doing up there? Come help. Reinforcements are needed. Alright, buddy, I told you to drop this down. We'll hold Alt so I can actually give the targeting how I want to. Pull the Yin Lion back for a moment, and then death descends. Yeah. The hugs of doom. We're waiting for the Croman to do the animation. They pick a guy up and throw him. That's my favorite one. That works too. Bunch of Druki paste. Well, we win, but it was probably a lot more casualties than the auto-resolve would have given us. Alright, well, we have freed the enslaved Dawi miners. We definitely need to trade out our peasant horsemen for just some Croman. As we look at them, they're basically the same unit, but the Croman fly, are smaller, harder to hit, and have bonus versus infantry. That's and much better melee stats. We will not sack this settlement, even though I really want to. Bleach Bone Pendant. Thought it was stolen, but not quite.
Celestial General.
That works for me. Let's see if we can grab it through. Oh, we don't even have to. Even better.
No shame in being a civilian.
But to say no shame in being useless. Being a civilian works too. A little bit less aggressive than I am. Because we have the Sky Lantern lookouts. Huh. Fair enough. I'm not going to change anything else around there, but trading those Croman stopped us from getting the Archer Towers. Okay, then we need more gold.
The Iron Dragon.
We shall gain it from the Bloodwind Keep. And no real reason to actually fight this one unless they try to sacrifice our units. We'll get rid of the Dawizar here like so. We will. Ooh. Go!
Teach them fear.
Teach them fear. And give us a Trickster's Helm.
The Storm Dragon.
You'll turn around, claim the Bloodwind Keep,
Meowing.
stamp out all of that nonsense from the north. We're just going to try to keep things in harmony up here in the steppes. That way we can move through them as quickly as we can and we don't have to worry about any of the nonsense. It also helps to offset a little bit of the upkeep, or not the upkeep, the income drop. Because the uninhabitable climate drops it by 50%, so that just takes it to 45? Gross. We're only claiming this so we don't have to worry about constant attacks from the Dawizar. If you let them build up at all, they become extremely obnoxious. Plus, every single faction capital we acquire gives our research rate a 5% bump. So we are up to 430% research. We're big smart. So, we're going to finish the Peasant Edict very soon and move on
I
to
stand apart.
the next, which is going to be the
Miao Ying.
Miao Ying. We are going to finally give you your Talons of Night. It has been a long time coming. And I think we'll just double down. 50% less cooldown, and a nice Winds of Magic discount for the upgraded version. And it'll blow up in our face less often, which is great. I very much appreciate when my spells don't explode. For you, Mingfan, let's keep maintaining your blade's deadliness, even though you've got a hammer. He's still a deadly one.
The Emperor's chosen daughter.
For you, Juzu, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to get Glittering Robe to keep Miao Ying safe. Although we haven't really had any issues with her, so instead we can make her enemies die faster, which is the alternate form of defense. Overpowering offense. We'll grab a specialist as many of these as we can, just so the action cost is a bit less. Stealing research for those guys is quite expensive when it is a really high chance to succeed.
Out of my mind.
Xiaoming continues to go crazy. What we're going to do with him is... got two things in the woods now. I would like to replace one more of these guys. Halzen's outpost is not yet done. And we don't have 10 allegiance yet, so we can't grab more things in the woods. Makes me sad.
Guided by Chamon.
Guided by Chamon.
Protected by the night.
Let's see. Get a nice ambush on Satan. It looks like the answer to that is really no.
Did someone speak?
Xiaoming is too crazy to get a proper ambush. Unfortunate. We could get it up to 50% up here, but we are taking a little bit of attrition. Let's do it.
There is a way.
Okay, Kerf Hammerfist is the only one here. I know Zatan was around, so he likely retreated over to Granite Spikes.
Return to my forge.
Oh, here he is.
Nay.
These sneaky maneuvers from Zatan the Black. He's bringing back the Death Shriek rocket launchers, though. We need to make sure we have plenty of Jade or Jet Lions, so we can shove those rockets right back down their tubes. To learn the hard way. Ingbo, I do want to replenish, so you stay in the Turtle Gate. Keep all the rest of that working on. We've got most of our landmarks working on now, so we've got the Temple of the Jade-Blooded Sorcerers going on up. We've already got the Temple of the Two Moons, which is dropping our upkeep, as well as the Paradise Gardens, which is pretty awesome. I think all of these were in the game initially. I don't have the list of, at least on hand, of all of the landmarks that were added with Update 4.0, but I do know they added a few. The Celestial Court has been in it since the beginning. I think all three of these have. The ones that were added were over in Shangwu and Fuchao. Fuchao, I do not believe, had the Dragon Fleet Harbor before. Now it does, which is awesome. We get the growth any higher over here? The answer is no, but we can get more gold. Do we need more gold? Not at the moment. We should probably build more armies. So Zhao and Miao are dealing with chaos, and they're going to move over into the Stoneski foothills and start securing the Mountains of Morn from there. From there, we probably continue just to secure the Chaos Wastes, deal with Archaon, and then clap the Chaos Dwarves. All in due time. Why does the Emperor forsake us? He doesn't. You're being dramatic. I will increase growth. And then we'll come on over to, not Nan-Li, but Weijin, because it is a super recruitment hub. We will recruit up a new Celestial General. We will go for, I guess, one of them that we already had. Is a rank, unless we've got a neat rank 4. Irascible Harmonizer. Come on. How about a unique trait? Fervent Questioner. Strategist. Something spicy. Trained. Lettered, maybe nothing spicy at all. The martial artist and optimistic. Okay. Well, since we have an extreme lack of spice, we'll just grab a King Ji Duan. I'm pretty sure it came from one of the earlier factions they confederated. Set him up in Wei Jin and then give him One for you, but probably some fire rain rockets. We can only afford the one, so we'll grab fire rain rocket plus Onyx Chroman. It's an interesting duo, but we've got them. I'm going to continue to save our steel and stone tokens for not rushing construction. I'm going to keep going for the fortress cities and the commercial districts when and where applicable. I think most of our fortress cities are going to be the bastions, and then also Xiangyang has just a single spice trading post. We want either Xiangyang or Hanyu Port to be the fortress city. That way we can better assault the ogres in the Mountains of Morn. I'm not going to launch that assault until we've more nullified the undead down here. We've got several armies moving over to deal with us. And we have just the one at the moment. So I'm going to try to lure them over one at a time. We take a ton of attrition, stepping out of the settlement. But I think what we're going to do is try to lure the undead over, even if we have to take some penalties for it. And actually, we can sort this out the old-fashioned way. We can just go for a crackdown in Knobbly Gorge and get rid of all of the corruption. And she's not taking any kind of attrition. And in fact, the vampires will take attrition. And this will just press us on towards the steel tokens.
My ancestors
Checkmate, Siegfried.
Celestial General.
Xian, I do want you to continue to hang out in the Red Fortress, so out and in.
Ancestors, guide us.
Same thing with you there, buddy.
Celestial
We'll start recruiting up troops for them when we can. For now, I've got a lot of money and I like spending it on buildings. I can't help it. I've got a problem.
Celestial General.
Rating infrastructure is the best. Changfeng, you do need help. So we shall simply just give you probably some more crossbows for now. 1, 2. Beautiful.
The dragon's love is in doubt.
I wonder if the second astromantic relay is going to have more scary armies for us to face off with. Yuan Bo is nowhere near, but I'm hoping that the combined force of Ming Fan and Changfeng can handle it. I have great faith in you. Yuan has landed into locks. We're going to move on through and take down the Awakening, cut the head off that snake quickly, and then hopefully allow the Imperials to deal with Zlanhua Pek while we can come through and grab the Star Tower. This would be a secondary capital for us. We may just be super violent. Plans are probably going to change on the fly. Alright, so Yuan Shan, you keep hanging out on the borders. Just keep those diplomatic incidents a-rolling. Yongsun, we actually are making it better friends with the spirits of the jungles of Qian, so all the angry wood people are chilling out a little bit, going back to their feebler nature. Great. Cookies will be rolling.
Our worship goes unheard.
Worship goes unheard. No, we hear you. We just don't care.
A thoughtful maneuver.
Stay in March, but just I'm going to keep an eye on the trees until they are much higher up in the relations. We're at 41, and I've still seen armies declare war on you for no reason. I do not want to get stabbed in the back out of nowhere. Let's come on into Yuan Bo,
Plans are afoot.
the Growly Boy, and in the turn.
Ruler of the central provinces.
Well, hello, Greasus. He wants a non-aggression pact. You know what's coming, don't you? No, sir. In fact, I might go ahead and break our trade agreement. So, in fact, not only are we not going to have a non-aggression pact, I say bully to your trade agreement. Now you've gone and made me mad. I'm going to take the gold teeth out and melt them down. How about that? Listen, we're just role-playing it. Excuse me? What is your problem, Wolfric? This is just a lovely caravan who is also a demon's bane. He's not a Champions of Chaos bane though. Oh, there's no way we win this one. Unfortunate.
Cathay eternal.
Sorry, G.
We shall prevail.
Looks like caravans to the west are off limits for a while. I was about to make us a heap of gold. Man, we got the plague too. Well, luckily they wasted the plague, and the enemy's enemy force has begun to muster underneath the Great Turtle Isle. Popping up all over the place. Well, it's time to turn around. Peasant Levy Edict. People cannot protest against the Jade Dragon's law if they are paid in the Jade Dragon's coin. That's not exactly true, but sure, if that's what you think. Jade Longma for Ping Ji Duan.
Humility in all things.
Oh, we need you to sprint back. Before we go into March, though, let's make sure we don't get ambushed by Rakarth. Where are you at, sir? I don't trust you. Evan, go ahead and reveal the Skaven and Kikes. Let's make sure I'm correct where it doesn't actually cost any gold. Revealio! Yeah, see? No gold. Wuhung Monk. Awesome. So we knew Skaven were here, and this is Pestilence. Oh, great. Tier 4 settlement. Den of Secrets for the Triads and Death Runners. I'm thinking the Skaven are going to be a huge issue. We stamped out the lizards pretty quickly, only to deal with their ancient foe. Let's go for Steel Technology for Kevin.
Instrument of the divine.
You should be able to get on back. Rakarth has gone to the Copper Landing. That works for me. We're going to scoot through the Golden Colossus.
Move fast. Cross river swiftly.
And you've got nothing for a front line. But we might want to come over here to this invasion. Can't quite reach.
Serve from the front.
Is there any way we can change that? Doesn't look like it. Can we give you any kind of ancillary? Razor Standard. Silk Weaver. In fact, we can get a few of these. Lichbone Pendant, just in case. I need any corruption drops. Where is the Jade Lion Tamer or something like that? Jade Lion Whisperer. Okay, so Minbo's got it currently. You know, Ying does as well. Yuan Shan, I'm taking yours. Revoked. We'll go ahead and hand off the Trickster's Helm. I don't mind the Alchemist's Elixir of Venom as well. And Obsidian Amulet for any spellcasters, and then no blades left, is there? Strongly, I'm stealing your Sword of Antiheroes. You have no need of it.
I would take that.
Perfect.
To
Now can you reach?
defend my soldiers.
Oh, not quite. Let's see if we can make it happen.
Traverse the high ground.
We're very close, right? Oh. Okay, what about in March?
Cover tracks with haste.
Yeah, we can. Size of victory, actually get the settlement garrison coming on in to help. Perfect. Razor Standard for yourself, and then magical attacks for the kitty cat. Perfect. It's going to give us a decisive victory. I think this actually gives us less casualties since we've got a bunch of crossbows. Saurus are still pretty dangerous, so.
To the front line.
That's about right.
You shall
Venerate.
toil.
Lisbon Raiders have been defeated. I'm not sure how we got reinforcements from all the way over there, but I'm here for it. Stay in March. Come on back.
Family.
And then keep going for that sure aim points. And hard to hit. You can hold the line with that hammer. King G. Let's go for Leader of Men. And we'll probably make another Hammer of Wei-Jin. By far my favorite. So much extra damage.
Victory is not mine, but all Cathay's.
All Cathay's. Build up the River Port and the Archer Towers in a single turn there. Anything else we want to go for? Golden Ziggurat and the Citadels of Zedi in the south? I don't think so.
Disharmony threatens our order.
Harmony threatens. Let's throw in another Lord here. I think we'll make this one a Lord Magistrate. We only have the one currently, so let's try out another. Right. Wise. Strategist. Martial Artist. None of those I really thinking are going to be good for us. Let's grab the other strategist then. He's rank 5. Yishi Guo. He's expensive at this point. Got so many armies running around. We'll go for Peasant Archers. 2 spears and 1 more archer. Through global. And then we could just go ahead and levy the provinces. Yoink. Make sure that the global is clear of recruitment, and then grab 1 of each. So he's got a nice proper, at least peasant army built up here. And I'll save the global recruitment for others. Awesome. So improved inspiring presence. Oh, I didn't realize it was improved. Are these improved as well? No. Tacticians rally. Extended cast range. But you can drop that down. And then tacticians stand your guard. You can drop it down wherever you want it, instead of having it to be assigned to your lord. That's great. Okay, well, let's go for sure aim then. Make sure you're an absolute champion. At least your archers are.
A worthy addition to my arsenal.
I would say so. Can we get
on guard.
Extra troops from the Heart Marshals as well? Military chain buildings in the settlement containing the... There's absolutely no way that must be a new bug that has been coming on in then. There's no way the Kingsblade has no military. Oh wait, we built it at the Oak of Ages, didn't we? Ah, I see. Yeah, that throws us off, doesn't it? Never mind. My indignation has been quenched. I'd like to make some more gold. You thought we would try to increase our soldiery. Nay. We're here to make more money. I actually think it's time to switch this over towards balanced. That is crazy. 2 turns for a tier 4 province capital. Upgrade the growth building. Wage in. We're just going to wait till we can get up to tier 5, and then we'll switch back over into proper balance. Bo, we need a little bit of gold to claim the Dragon's Crossroad. Make the dangerous crossing there. The Eastern Steppes falls under our control, and we could use that to further increase our research rate. Look at that. 1,303 turns. It's disgusting. Let's go ahead and add in 1 of each. So, yin building. I guess we just go for the control ones. Keep mine pretty quickly. So, yin and yang, both of growth. We can just be building that up in the background.
Fire and
Dawn has
metal.
sprinted back to the Valerie, which is a tier 5 settlement. It's gonna be very hard for us to crack that one.
I crave. I desire to dream.
He craves. It just lets it trail off.
Celestial ancestors.
Thinking the central part of Cathay is pretty safe. Just trying to keep an eye out on what is happening on around.
Descended from
Ludwig
celestial
they
glory.
just fled.
Azir provides.
Why run? Oh, yeah, let's block this army. You're
Cathay's
going
fall
nowhere,
must be
Ludwig.
Success was not in question.
Success was not in question. Well, we have no gold. Oh. Well, it wasn't in question, but was it worthwhile?
Will not.
The answer is no. Let's try to stop GHORST from leaving his province there. So let's scoot on over to... It's on 80% for a moment. Where'd it go? 80%?
Naturally.
Only concern being, can Ludwig make it past attack Nobly Gorge? He can. And we'll make sure that's his last mistake if he does. 5 turns, we get the extra growth. This is the one I'm really excited for. Should have probably... I'm going for a kind of a different campaign. Starting going after the Nanchang Basin would change your campaign up quite a bit. You would basically completely ignore Hexwaddle, maybe even make friends with them for just the time being. And you slip on the Jade Bast for a clap to the back of the Mazdamundi head later on.
The Emperor's
Enough dirtling. Let's get on to more combat.
I cannot delegate this.
Nullified. Corruption enough that we can pretty easily get over to the Awakening and destroy them. That's beautiful.
It is always wise for a prince to have stolen it.
Arkin is defending the Sacred Pools. Not one I think we can take very easily. We're going to go into an ambush. Try to make it seem like we're not here. And if Harkin moves on to attack Shockwave, then we take the Sacred Tools from him.
Attention.
Got a whole bunch of Garrison Lords that haven't been moved over on the home front. Yeah, such is the way.
General of the Celestial Host.
I click around these guys in and back into their settlements. England, you were just going to continue to wait. I don't mind trespassing just because I want to get eyes on Ars Belcher Rog. Brother. What did you have to... Well, we know what you had to do.
Favored daughter.
Miao Yang, no reason to stay there. Let's go into March.
Urgency is our watchword.
The Celestial Blacksmith.
And then the two of them together should be able to easily take down the Valeri and move through. Next main threat going to be Kolek and then Archaon. But with 2 dragons, we should have no trouble rolling all of those champions back down to where they came from.
Child of the Nine.
And we do know there's ogres up here in the north. I am simply going to...
Dragon-blooded Shogunga.
I stand ready.
Astromancer get Specialist. Get through our caravan dispatch. Come on back over to Yuan Bo. And a turn.
Excuse me. I have calligraphy to practice.
Cetra, you're interrupting our writing. He would like a trade agreement. Yeah, fine. We'll make friends with Cetra. You have any more gold you're willing to give me there, buddy? 6,000? That works for me. We knew Nehekar had some gold in there somewhere. Oh, it looks like he's actually done some very good work. Has he defeated his opponent on this side completely? We'll see in a bit. Warherd of the Shadowgave has attacked Carcassonne. Alright then, I guess we enter on the side of the ally. We have new enemies, this time, goats. And Scaling has attacked Talabecklin. So we definitely can't be sending any kind of caravans over there. We'll just be jumped by Norskins. Jan Khan has Maslin's Blessing. I had completely forgotten about our magistrate that I'd sent over to Talea. Whole bunch of notifications there. Ready for duty, and then the Sea Dragon's Edict kicks in, so we've got a little bit more gold, so 7% more income from trade tariffs, 50% more income from faction capital settlement, and then 25% more income from ports. Making 25k from trade. Love to see it. Invasions are incurrent. Alright. Invasions are imminent. 2 armies kicking in down here next to Montanus. In fact, Jan, I don't think you want anything to do with that. That looks like a bunch of nonsense. I wouldn't mind walking over to the Empire and starting up as the Elector Count of Averland. That is... How many undead armies? Hang on now, what? This isn't even the end times. Alright. They're here to play. I think the Empire is in serious trouble. Let's see if they can rally. It looks like they're coming from all over to try to help out. Wolfric's attacking from the north. The Ice Court is losing to Astrogoth. Islev has been claimed. Yeah, we need to get over there and help. We're going to leave Talea for now. Looks like Cetra is dealing with that.
Lord Magistrate.
Jan, you come up north. Where's the best place for you to land and not be attacked from all sides? We can probably scoot through one of the fort locations. Maybe not Helmgart, but by... Oh yeah, here's where Helmgart is. Helmgart will work just fine. Operation Defense of the Empire is a go. I'm here for it. Selecting our next technology, which is only going to take a single turn, which is just incredible. Let's go ahead and grab... We don't have any Terracotta Sentinels, but I would like to get the upkeep drop for all of our Jade Warriors. Let's go ahead and do that. It's going to take 3 turns total.
The Imperial bureaucracy awaits our command.
Wolfheart, that's mine. Brother. Guess we moved way too slow. Onward to Zlenhuapek.
Tell the soldiers, move.
Tell the soldiers move. Well, we need to move over to the Fuming Serpent pretty quickly, but let's take down Zlenwa Peck, and then from there we can move. Arkin, oh, it's because Minbo's
Lord of
ambush
Yeet
failed.
and Young.
Try again.
Wherever Cathay needs me.
Singal has come on up with a group of beasties. I'm getting... Rikarth is right down there as well. And honestly, Chengfeng might be able to handle this all by himself. He can't move very far, which is really, really unfortunate. We are about to be invaded. There's not much we can do about
Establish a
it.
safe room for my
So
council.
Yishi, you are going to have to hold the line.
The Emperor calls upon you.
Solo. What can we get to help you out? We need to upgrade the outpost in Talzin before we can get any troops. Hussars cost 7, we have 9. We'll get giant spiders then for the armor piercing, and then the Hot Marshal's crew will just grab some more crossbows for keeping the Isle defended.
Master of the province.
So at least be a bit more of a desperate fight. Changfeng,
Serve from the
don't
front.
know how far this lizardman's gonna be able to go once he does arrive, so
Enforce the dragon's will.
out.
Soldiers of the dragon.
Probably should have kept him close enough to the Chamber of the Visions. Maybe we can entice them to
Celestial
attack him
General.
instead. So go into march stance. Just walk right next to. They may do nothing at all, but we can try our best.
Leader of men. Subterfuge is the order.
Sneaky Ming Fan is going to come over to the bridge and try to catch Ricard, who thinks he's
Rank
real smart. Rank idiocy. I agree, buddy.
The spirit dragon.
Let's take not Isle of the Crimson Skull up, but over in the Riverlands, we can take Shangwu up to tier 5, which will finally allow us to grab our Palace of Scrolls. Income from all buildings plus 10% for the local province, because the rest of these, well, except for this faction-wide Lord Recruit rank, don't really matter. Really gonna drain our gold, though. Down in Fu Hung, we can increase our trade resources and upgrade the river port. How close are we if we go down to the Jade River Delta? Returns before we have 4 population growth. So we really need to upgrade how much growth we have. So let's go for the river port here and the administration center. And since our control is so shoddy, we can fix that up with a Yin control building. I may even do the same down here. Go for a Yin control building. We can kick it on out later on. But as control gets fixed, so too does our growth. And in case of danger, go for more research. All research rate.
The iron.
Now we can send Xiao and Meow up together. So, Iron Dragon, let's give you the Master of Metal here. We need to start working on his actual
An
spellcasting
extension
tree,
of
though.
my celestial will. This way.
A bit of an echo there, buddy.
I think.
This way, I think.
I think only of the Great Bastion.
Yes. Very well.
Warden of the Great
Ambush for
Bastion.
Zhao.
To fight for me is an
Take 2
honor.
turns for the other but 1 in global. We may just snag an additional peasant spearman, so we've got more frontline.
First
Have
among
Fang Bo.
warriors.
Just kind of bop between. Staying here at the Dragon's Crossroads is probably a good idea, but we'll just kind of have him
March
walk
with
between
me.
Ironstorm. We'll just go back and forth here. Just in case of any rebellions.
Humility in all
Make it up to
things.
Foundry of Bones? No. Stay here, keep replenishing.
Building harmony.
I don't want to have to leave him here in the Red Fortress forever, but there will be the occasional rogue army that does pop up.
Instrument of the
We'll have to
divine.
deal with. More crows for this group. We're going to keep holding off with war.
All 8 winds bend to
Or with war with the Gold Tooth.
Child
Now
of
we
the
smack GHORST. What do you got here? That's a lot of zombies. How much ward save these guys got? 10? 10% ward save. Wow. Cairn Rays, Crypt Horrors, and Hex Rays being the most dangerous. GHORST himself not being very tough in melee, but he does have that Mortis engine, so we will want to focus him down with the missiles. Luckily, the zombies, I mean, they've got 29 melee attack, which is so much more than zombies normally have, but they've got no armor piercing at all still. So we can have our Jade Warriors hold the line pretty much forever, and just allow the crossbows to fire on in. Let's go ahead and crush GHORST. Where are you going? I thought you wanted to fight.
Wizard of Shen Yang.
Shangyang. Can we bring you on in, buddy? You get one of these peasant archers and just add in the mage.
Heaven's servant.
Actually, probably not. Keep Ludwig from reinforcing. Nope, you don't have the gold. We'll do so after we beat Helma. Alright, Mayonnaise. Valiant defeat, huh? You realize I can fly around in a blimp and shoot him on his cart the entire time, right? Well, let's see if we win or lose. Alright, so they've set the Hex Raids up on very far, so they're just going to go for an extremely wide attack. That means we need to set up in a way that is more brutally defensive. Okay, so I want you two on the same angle. Iron Hail Guns don't have magical shots, but they have such high missile strength that we should be able to do good damage even at the Cairn Rays. Put the Lantern above, but off to the side. I'm going to have the Crane Guns behind them. And I want Crane Guns picking off GHORST quickly. Yes, is the answer. Going to pull back this kind of rock here. Iron Hail Guns. I'll grab all three, yeah. Perfect. That way it gives the zombies a little bit more of a chance to get separated from the speedy Cairn Rays. Guns on this side, we'll just kind of scoot. Concerning one. I think I've got the strategy lined up. I think we need to change it. We really, since they've got so many zombies, we need to take a defensive position best we can, which I've said several times now. Crossbows. Shield variant on the side. Jade Warriors we want set up in a formation that allows them to not get blasted apart by our Iron Hail Guns first, but also allows the enemy to kind of flow around them and give our crossbows full time to fire. We've got some lovely birds tweeting away. They're very noisy though. So, Cobra's on this side. Crane Guns hopefully have line of sight. The ones on the high ground do. They can either pick off GHORST or these Hex Rays that are coming on in. I'm very concerned, very concerned about this battle. We've got the tools. GHORST has a ton of healing. Pull the shield lads back a bit. Crossbows are a bit more armored, so I don't mind them being on the flanks that are more likely to get attacked. Archers have no armor, so therefore we've got to be very careful with them.
Jade Warriors. Never conquered.
So let's take the Jade Warriors and advance them a little bit. So we'll just kind of pull everyone apart a little bit more than they already are, because that will allow the zombies to try to surround the units. Armor can hold, and we can fire on the flanks of the zombies more reliably. They do outnumber us. We normally would want an unbroken line. This will actually allow our heavily armored troops to hold firm for a bit longer. Bring them all around. A little bit further there. So I want the shotguns out on the side, and then I want the halberdiers behind them. Alright. After all that setup, cavalry hiding in the woods. Probably even over here in the woods. Missile troops. Infantry. Min C holding the line. We can have her a little bit more forward deployed, but we will have to keep in mind that Caird Rays are very quick. 55 speed. And Hex Rays are even faster. She's got 78, so she can zoom around faster than everything but the Hex Rays. So let's get this battle going. At long last.
I command the 8 winds themselves. We cannot possibly lose.
Not possibly lose, she says. Let's hope that's true.
Ready to rule.
Wall of Winded Fire is actually going to be supremely devastating for the Caird Rays.
So
Dive on over and get them first.
on gilded foot.
No spell resistance, just a bit of physical.
I will go.
Sorry, lads. Good thing we're in the graveyard. You're going to need it. Whole line. To about there.
Order.
Go ahead and dive into combat with them. Start up the Wall of Wind and Fire. See if we can get them to surround. Come on, Hex Rays. You know what you'd like to. Destroy. But she's going to take a lot of damage, so let's get away from them now.
This
That's
way.
right.
My chosen place. On gilded foot.
Watch out for the overcast, but we can blast more fire through.
Sail.
Okay, let's go ahead and burn, set up, and get ready, 'cause here they come. Stay in the trees a little bit there. Rain guns, turn and start blasting those Hex Rays. Quickly, quickly. Reports are your targets there. Got them bogged in. We get you back over here quickly. We can get the ward save down on this unit.
Order and balance.
Nothing is threatening the blimp now, so come on over and threaten Hellman. Made's GHORST must die.
Raise the dragons!
Thoughts in
All
harmony.
crossbows switch targets. Deal with them before they even make it into melee range. Perfect, there's the ward save we need. Now we can just do some damage to these massive blobs. Yeah, give it to them.
There. Bringing harmony.
Beautiful shotgun volley. Let's go ahead and get some slow-mo shots. Though it does look like we are about to get overwhelmed on this angle. That was the plan for the zombies here. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and pull on out. Otherwise, we're about to get shamacked. You all stay here. I'm gonna pull this group back. Let those peasant horsemen do their thing. Come on through now. Wall of Wind and Fire is definitely needed. All the most dangerous units are gone. You guys need to switch targets to Hellman GHORST. Where's he at? He's a sneaky boy. Where'd he go? Oh no, he's somewhere. We'll send this thing around to try to spot him. Should have very good spotting capabilities there. Get our crossbows where they can fire. Let's go ahead and eliminate these crypt ghouls. That's the most dangerous unit that is currently waddling on into the battle. There you are, GHORST. We found you. Give him a hug. The horsemen are suffering a bit, but that's just fine. Gotta don't move into combat. That's a big mistake. Let's give you some shotgun help. What works best against a zombie? Shotgun. You don't have a katana. Of course, katanas cut space-time. GHORST, relax. Quit healing stuff. But pull away from the fight. You keep bothering him. Is he in range of our crossbows yet? Oh, you poor fool.
Mine, Cecil.
Alright, everyone, target practice. Whoever takes down GHORST gets a year's supply of, I don't know what you guys want, food. There he goes. And his brothers, too. That's pretty gruesome. His army immediately breaks. Sorry, GHORST. And we backhand GHORST through a wall. That's exactly how that's meant to be. The old dragon backhand. 79 lost. Even better than I thought we were actually going to get that. Most of those fell through the Iron Hail guns and the Peasant Horsemen that are very low armor. If we can get these guys replaced up with Jade lances, we'll be in a really good spot.
They will earn their lives.
GHORST or Ghost enables poison attacks, which is funny because GHORST completely nullifies that. Interesting. A defeat trait that actually is bad against the person you just defeated. That's normally how it works. We are going to leave you here in the Haunted Forest, and we shall clear it. Fortunately, Haunted Forests, or at least magical forests, are an uninhabitable climate. The trees have eyes, things of the like.
Master of Feng Shui.
Feng Shui. Is this just leadership? Meh, that's not all that great. I think what we want instead is to buff up the insane amount of archers we have.
It befits my high station.
So I agree. And Jishen, you come on back and steal technology from the scrap towers.
Knowledge shall be ours.
You call it knowledge, I don't. What are we up to now? Whole 152%? Paltry sum. Let's come on back over to not Yuan Bo, but
Celestial General.
I guess Janwo, because it rhymes. Because it rhymes and no other reason.
My siblings scorn.
Siblings scorn.
Ancestors.
I'm not sure exactly what get hit with a hefty dose of indecision here.
Dragon-blooded Shogunga.
Got a lot of our units in places that are pretty important. Don't have enough gold left over to really do a lot of upgrading, which is my own fault due to a lack of planning. Ogres do seem to be very aware that we look to be invading them soon, so they are setting up massive forces on their borders there.
Lord
About to land on Bretonian shores. Hopefully we have military access with them. Perfect. We'll just zoom around and see who else has been moved.
I will
we
take
have
first watch.
likely expended all the time I've got for today because we are
Instrument of the
past
divine.
the hour mark at this point. Ways back, I said I wanted to change our video length to about 30 minutes each. That went away almost immediately.
Shogungan Lord reporting.
Too much fun. And we lose track of time. Young, you just come on back into Fuhong
Dragon-blooded Shogunga.
past. Throw some skill points into the Astromancer here, who keeps seeding for us. He's an absolute champion, he is. And Kevin will have you come on in and just show us where all the Skaven are in the area. So let's come on up to the Sentinel of Times to actually reach it this turn.
I will pull their strings.
Don't pull any strings. That's probably a good way to set off a landmine. There are indeed Skaven there, who would have guessed? He gets just free experience for that. Pretty great. Another point into steel technology here. Karth is just raiding away like an absolute savage. We'll deal with him in due time.
Lord Magistrate
Yishi.
reporting.
Go one more spear, one more peasant. I don't know if you'll have time since these invading armies are about to show up. Let's scoot on through. We know we have the caravan dispatch, but we're going to ignore that for now. Let's see what kind of armies the lizardmen can kick up. Ambush failed, huh? And a close defeat. We were spotted before springing its ambush. So Rakarth is... I mean, there's a lot of beasties that we need to bring down pretty quickly. We've got a lot of heavily armored crossbows. Mingfan, of course, is one that is actually more about blocking bolts himself, not so much actually being a heavy hitter. Hearth is going to be an issue. Stops rampage, damage resistance. You can really buff up some units. Whip Agony, melee defense minus 24, removes terror, removes fear for an enemy. Best armor of Karandkar. As long as there is a large enemy near him, he gets damage resistance and a melee defense. Sure, why not? This is going to be a absolute nightmare. We shall fight the battle in the next episode. I'm out of time for today. I have been Space Was a Total War. Leave a like for the light god and S7 the Zepthon. See you on the next one.